Hello, I'm Dave Peach, and this is the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. See them in person or at tricountybank.net. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Crawfordsville Peachcast. We are sponsored by Central Indiana Rubber, Power for You, CIR. Dave Meyer joins us. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Todd. David. Wow.
Yes, Dave.
It is movie number 53. It is Bulworth. Why did you say, let's do Bulworth?
It was a movie I saw. This was during when the kids were young, so it was on video.
Do you mind if I open a Diet Pepsi while you talk?
Please, Dave.
Okay.
I love the sound.
There we go.
Are you going to pour?
No, I drink it out of the can.
Right out of the can.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I pour it right on the top of my head.
And it feels good. I just remember watching this and being kind of blown away, kind of like more than I remember, ready to, I guess, take it all in. I think I kind of skimmed the movie, is what I remember. And in watching it this time, it's actually a very interesting and contemporary kind of piece of entertainment. So,
1998, before 9/11.
Yeah.
After OJ, after Rodney King.
And they have it very well positioned in the kind of the framework of the world then with, they talk about Clinton and they talk about, have Dole in there and Ross Perot is mentioned, so it seems like it was, as it played out, it was realistic enough, even as, fanatical as it was a story.
Warren Beatty, Don Cheadle, Oliver Platt, Halle Berry, Christian Baranski, who was the friend of Sybil on the show Sybil Shepherd, we're talking about. Sean Astin, he was the voice of Mermaid Manor, whatever. What was that? Meerkat Manor. Meerkat Manor. Yeah, you remember that? Well, he was a narrator on that. You remember that one?
I do. Yes, I do.
I have a good meerkat story.
I want to hear it.
Well, my wife there was Meerkat Mania for a while when that show was out, and it was a really well done show. And so my wife goes with kids to the Indianapolis Zoo and goes to the Meerkat Manor display.
Okay.
And for those of you that have cats, you know that sometimes, there's some odor associated with cats.
Certainly can be.
Well, apparently that is amped up for
the meerkats. Oh, dang.
I don't know that is always the case, but I trust my wife to give me a accurate report. An accurate report, yeah. We've also got our good friend Jack and Sean Astin. We talked earlier. He's Rudy.
He's Rudy.
Rudy, yeah. He's not Rudy that everybody doesn't like anymore. He's the actor that played Rudy.
Yes, that Rudy.
And then we've got Jack Warden. Jack Warden, he's been in, this is his third Untoasted. I'm sorry, his fourth Untoasted. Wow. He was in Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, where he was blind.
Yes, very good.
He was in Being There, number 24 on the movie chart, 97 episode-wise. He was president in Being There.
Yes.
And he was an old guy in Dirty Work.
Yeah, classics, and some diversity, Dave. He's wide in his abilities for kind of dramatic and comedic.
And a little bit, we'll get into segment 3. Segment 3 will be the first thing we're going to talk about is that I'm losing it.
Okay.
And I'm going to openly admit that I'm losing it, and we'll talk about that coming up in segment 3. This is Bulworth, 1998. Warren Beatty, still at it. We'll talk about Warren. We'll talk about Halle. We'll talk about Jack Warden and everything about this movie. It is Bulworth on the Crawfordsville Peachcast, an Untoasted episode for you right here.
Bazing. Wow, that's fun to say. Bazing is Tri-County Bank's Smart Rewards checking account. With Bazing, you have cell phone protection, ID theft protection, roadside assistance, discounts at area businesses, and more. This is Bria French. Contact me or any of our great employees to begin your entry into Bazing banking. Terms and conditions may apply. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Crawfordsville Pete's Cast, Untoasted, movie number 53, Bulworth, with Warren Beatty and Company, 1998. It was not a big success. And
no, it was not.
You don't hear about it much today. Dave Meyer, why did you recommend that we do the movie Bulworth?
I think partially because I remember I watched it on home video, probably, I'm guessing, sometime in the late 90s with, I don't know. I remember it being provocative and interesting, but I also remember not fully grasping it or, critically looking into it. It was like, oh, that's kind of wild. So part of me was just like, in the world we live in too, like, well, okay, Warren Beatty, what he hasn't, as you and I have gone back this week, he hasn't made a ton of movies, but he's made some big ones and some award winners and some, I guess, movies that people kind of look to sometimes as being maybe on the leading edge of where Hollywood is going, or even like pop culture thinks. So that's what this was. It's like interesting cast. I didn't remember. It's like, when did that come out? I didn't remember how much it was tied to the contemporary landscape that it was placed in. That's what's one thing that hit me. And I didn't remember Larry King's cameo, Dave.
Has Larry King been in any of our Untoasted movies? I can't remember that he has.
No, not that I think to. No.
And you remember when Larry was the big deal at 9 o'clock? Was it 9 o'clock on CNN?
Oh, yes. With that same background, Dave, the kind of the everybody kind of ripped it off, if you were doing a Larry King send-up. It was easy.
Well, what was great is when they're selling krill oil or whatever it is, and you got like the doctor, and they got the phony Larry King set up with the microphones. And,
oh, yes.
Hey, we got Dr. Ben Bellardo here. And of course, you got to have this. We can't go down the infomercial rabbit hole, but you have to have, in the old days, you had the early skeptical host.
Yes.
And he was quickly won over, though. But let's say. But anyway, we digress. Larry King, look him up. He was big on CNN. Now, the premise of this movie, and you can this movie's kind of hard to describe from the get-go. Yeah. I'm going to let you describe the start of the movie and what, other than maybe being a little depressed, what caused Bulworth to do what he did.
Well, I'd say that is the big thing. I mean, it's kind of a
Senator Bulworth. I'm sorry, Senator Bulworth of California.
How many times do you hear them when they use his name? They've used the full J. Bullington Bulworth, or J. Billington Bulworth. That's what it is. But it's just this anyway. You start off by seeing him give this same, basically, trying to sound contemporary speech. We're on the cusp of the millennium or whatever he says. And you can tell he doesn't care. And then you go to you see very quickly that he and his wife have a relationship of convenience. At the same time, there are these ads playing.
Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, in the ads play that, tout the family, stuff. So yeah, it's like you could tell he's gone through whatever he's gone through, but then it's like there's this thing where he's basically, you feel like he's, I don't know, inventorying all these things to himself, and has like a mental breakdown, figures out all he wants to do is take care of his daughter, who doesn't factor into any part of the story except for this. And he negotiates with an insurance lobbyist, I would say, a $10 million life insurance deal. So that's what he does. And then he puts out a professional contract on his own life, because if he takes his own life, the insurance won't pay out. So he starts this thing in progress to basically, he knows he's going to take this trip to wherever he is, he's going to take the trip to Los Angeles. I guess he's in D.C., so he's going to go back to his constituents, and so sets it in motion that he's going to be killed when he goes to California. So that's how we kind of begin, I guess. Is that, I don't know, Dave, is that accurate?
I think it's pretty accurate, and along the way quickly, perhaps because he knows he doesn't have much time left, he proceeds to say the things that people feel but are unsaid.
Yes. A lot of just basically saying the things that people, we have taken you for granted, and that, we have to raise money all the time. So therefore, corporate donors are more important than any individual voter. And he says it in a very colorful way, because what's happening here is that kind of the backlog is, once he starts this thing in motion of him, with a contract on himself, he can't sleep. So that starts this progress of not, obviously he's under some duress when he makes this decision, but then he cannot sleep. So then now we're on day 2 of this in California, and he's paranoid. Okay, because everything he thinks, that the person coming around the corner is going to be the person that's going to kill him.
He may be having putting a hit on yourself regret.
Exactly.
Which I've heard is common.
It is. I would think it's different, though, than when you jump and realize while you're in the air. So at least in this case, he had some room. But it's kind of a wild kind of thing that he ends up, I guess, he ends up in an all underground club, let's say, in the Los Angeles era, where that's where he really kind of breaks from his staff. He smokes some pot, he drinks, he becomes infatuated, Dave, with, I would say, hip hop and the idea of rhyming to communicate, which becomes, at first it's kind of funny, and then it becomes like a very much central part of the movie. So if you're turned off by that, you might have a problem. But that kind of starts his thing, and then he gets into a debate. I know I'm missing some things.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to explain the movie without giving away very key elements of it. If you want to watch the movie Bulworth, I will say one thing: be prepared for some very, very rough language.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just telling you, do not watch it. Very, and I would say, I would, it's out there as far as language. It's almost, and we talked about this via text, but somewhere in the friendly 80s, we crossed the Rubicon, and here we go. Wow. Okay. All bets are off at this point, folks. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, it's very well, the music too.
The music and the dialogue,
are both very blue, very not what you would talk around family.
Yeah, racially charged.
Yes, racially charged, and a lot of those aggressive consonants, Dave.
So how about this? Bulworth deconstructs political wardrobe capitulations.
Okay. Now,
does that make any sense at all? I made that up. I thought it made me sound intelligent.
That.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like that, Dave, because the movie begins with this quote that ends with "the populist is unaroused." Okay, and then at the end of the movie, the guy is yelling, "We need a spirit, not a ghost." Yep. And I'm trying to okay, what did I learn? This was entertaining, for sure. And it's very thought-provoking, and in for a movie that's well over 25 years old, it's still pretty. I mean, it's not contemporary, but it's definitely not past its relevance.
And I won't mention it specifically, but it does it does mention some things that are even talked about today in what would be labeled as a conspiracy theory world.
Yes.
You'll have to find those out on your own.
To find them out on yourself. A very good cast in this. You know, you got Paul Sorvino as this like southern-tongued lobbyist.
And for some reason, during the last, after 15 minutes of the movie, he needed no lines. We just saw him.
We just saw him.
Yeah.
Like his face turned up every now and then. Cutaways. Give me another Sorvino cutaway, and we're good there. What about Dave? Did you enjoy when Jay Billington Bulworth goes into this local establishment in Los Angeles, and the elderly couple recognizes him?
Mm-hmm.
And at first, they think he's Clint Eastwood, right?
Yes.
Which was good. And then the guy goes, no, that's George Hamilton.
And then later we see George Hamilton in the movie.
We have an actual George Hamilton cameo.
I'm not sure why, but he just kind of showed up.
Yeah, he didn't say anything, and I was wondering if they'd even cut to him again, but no, we see George Hamilton. So that was pretty good. Yeah, a lot of the Larry King cameo. Not surprising. Like, this was a good time period for Larry, right? And, you know.
Oh yeah, he was in a height of his glory there.
Yeah, so he was confident, looking good. He had more than a few lines. So that was interesting. There's also people like, Laurie Metcalf, who's had a million years on Roseanne and the Connors, is in this. Wendell Pierce, who's been on a lot of stuff. I think he was on The Wire and some other things is also. So they're a part of the C-SPAN crew.
Nora was on.
Yeah, Nora Dunn.
Nora Dunn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always want to add ST on Nora Dunn, but it's Nora Dunn.
Yeah, Joshua Malina, who was on West Wing. Oliver Platt, who played a kind of a funny, excitable. He's like the chief of staff of the senator who's also likes cocaine.
Did he like cocaine before Bulworth tried it or after or whatever?
I think he just picked it up there and then liked it a lot.
This movie had a lot.
I didn't want to share it. There's some great scene where the guy thinks he's going to get some.
Okay.
Now, Dave, I got to say, there's a lot that happens here, but at one point, he steals a couple of cars, but he steals a limo, okay? Mm-hmm. It's maybe the first car he stole. And they end up going into a condo. And that limo those are long vehicles, Dave. Mm-hmm. In my head, there's no way that limo could fit in that garage, okay? So when that thing pulls in, I'm going, Because then when they do the cutaway, the back of the car's got another 4 or 5 feet. So I don't know. It was a continuity error that got to me, but I'll let it go.
You let that one go. How about the elderly black woman who hits on Jack Warden in a not so subtle way?
Dave, there were some great lines in there.
Yeah,
she had a few.
She had a couple of them. Talked about campaign fundraising, and I like the point when he's at the debate, and he looks at the panel, and he says, "We're getting paid by the same people." And and you talk about, that was 1998. Now the amount that is spent on political campaigns is incredible. Much of that, well, back then it went pretty much all television. Now television is still there, but you also have digital.
Yep.
And so you have special interest groups, television advertising, and that has only, I guess, kind of become even more. Right now it's accepted. Back then there was some debate on it, right? And I think another thing that is evident then and not evident now, and I'm not picking on people that are in politics that have wives and kids and all that stuff, but most of the time now, with everything that we know about John F. Kennedy, with everything we know about Bill Clinton and others, I think they're pretty much just over showing the family dealio.
Yeah.
Because we know, you look at, and even Donald Trump, you look at Donald Trump, we know that he has not been faithful to his wife, okay? That's pretty evident. So,
Yes.
but not to say he doesn't love his family, but I think we've kind of gone past that, Leave It to Beaver shot at the. I mean, they still show it, but I think people know that it's not necessarily what it is.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and we've had some, interesting, John Edwards, was a political thing where, the guy denied something and then tried to basically, say it was somebody else's kid kind of thing. I mean, we've gotten further than just the girlfriend on the side innuendo. So that, it's.
And I think we've gone to an acceptance.
Yes.
Good or bad, we've come to be it's become sort of accepted.
I think
I'm not saying that there. I should say real quick. I'm sure that there are good. I'm sure that there are faithful political people out there on the national level. I'm sure there are, but
Absolutely.
but I don't know, the veil has been lifted. We kind of know that may not necessarily be the case.
Yes, and it's whatever litmus test it was once considered, it no longer seems to be.
Yep. And let's see, the word that I saw describing Warren Beatty, and we'll talk a little bit about Warren Beatty. We can talk more about the movie, but iconoclastic. Iconoclastic. How do you say that?
Yeah, iconoclastic, somebody who kind of sets apart from their contemporaries in a unique way, I'd say. And he did that. I mean, Bonnie and Clyde, I think Splendor in the Grass, like late 50s, was his big breakthrough. And I think he was wasn't he on a television program too, I believe?
Yeah, I looked that up. He was definitely in Splendor in the on the grass. Is it on the grass, in the grass, in the grasp? I don't know what it is, but something like that. And I can't think of what the TV show was. Was it Peyton Place or something like that, or?
That could be, yes. I think it was something like that.
We can look it up during the break. But Warren Beatty was born March 30th, 1937. He will turn 88 on March. Is that right? 80, yeah, turn 88. Did you know this? Did you know that Warren Beatty was a pallbearer for John McCain?
Wow, that's powerful. That is powerful. I did not know that. That makes sense, really. It does. I know that McCain had a lot of friends across the political aisles, and definitely Warren Beatty was somebody who definitely got involved with politics.
And when you look at some of the movies that he did, Bonnie and Clyde, a lot of discussion on that one. Shampoo,
Yep.
Heaven Can Wait, a delightful movie. Ishtar did not do that well. I mean, the thing of it is, the guy, not only is he known for some great movies, he's known for perhaps the greatest flop of the modern era.
It's up there. I mean, he takes, and this is an example of, the guy takes big swings.
Yeah, and only 41 movies. We noted that Gene Hackman was in 101 movies. So one thing about Warren Beatty, he did not just take movies to be taking movies.
No, he was, and I don't know how many that he appeared in that he did not direct at a certain point. I know he was in a few, but I think of Dick Tracy was something he made after this, I believe, but that was a big.
Oh yeah, that was before. Dick Tracy was before Bulworth.
Dick Tracy was before, and then Bugsy was another big movie that was seemingly around this time. So, yeah, he's a guy that's, done a lot of things. I'm trying to remember the last movie that I saw that he was in, really. I think it's been quite a while. But as you said, the gentleman is 88.
Warren Beatty, as we tape, 87. He's got a daughter, 24, who appeared on Broadway recently, and he did not make the trip. Apparently, they say he is frail.
Sure.
Which, you can't say much about that. And the show that we were talking about, or that I was thinking about, The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. that was
Many
kind of
loves of Dobie Gillis. So, Dave, you're telling me that Warren worked with Gilligan.
he did, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Dave.
That is Warren Beatty. He directed this movie, right?
He did. He wrote and directed it, I believe.
And he is called kind of the new Hollywood. I would say, the Gables, the Grants, the Stewarts going away. Guys like Fred Astaire are now kind of like shown on like tribute shows and things like that. And now you got, I would say, you put Hackman in there and Hoffman and Warren Beatty as the new guys.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, you look at
this point, yeah.
And we're losing. I mean, I don't know how old Robert Duvall is, but he's also in.
Put him in that category. De Niro, Pacino, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's a pretty good, for a very long time. Those guys anchored a lot of big time narrative storytelling.
And I was going to say, in this movie, he hands the ball off to Halle Berry.
Yes.
She's the young person. He's the age, kind of like the old, we saw, was it Jackie Gleason and Tom Hanks, Marlon Brando, and the one guy, Matthew Broderick.
Yep.
Some of those movies. One was Nothing in Common. The other one was the movie about the alligator, the big lizard. What was that one? We did it. It was Matthew Broderick and Marlon. Oh, The Freshman.
Oh, The Freshman, Dave. That name sometimes escapes me because it doesn't seem to fit with that movie. But I love that's a fun movie.
Yeah, and so Halle Berry and she is, as I read my Old People magazine closer, these people are all still in shows, but true to form, Warren Beatty has not been in Netflix shows the last 15 years,
Yeah.
He's kind of the outsider.
Right.
I don't know, maybe not outsider, but he just doesn't want to fill up the hours.
Right. And I wonder, okay, in my head, did Warren Beatty do Carson? Did he, because some of those people of that era didn't really do the talk shows, Nicholson never did, but I'm trying to think of if he did.
Yeah. I mean, when you get on a talk show, you got to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
be. For the most part.
Funny and clever. And he definitely is an interesting guy. I know he was good friends with Gary Shandling.
And they did a movie called Old Town and Country. Is that Old Town?
I do remember that.
And it was one of the largest financial failures of all time.
Okay. Well, we can maybe look into that one as an untoasted candidate.
It's called Town and Country. I'm sorry, not Old Town and Country.
Town and Country.
Town and Country. Looking it up. Its budget. Are you ready?
Tell me, Dave.
Are you ready? Its budget, $90 to $105 million.
Okay.
And it brought in, are you ready? $10.4 million. Wah, wah, wah.
That's a big loss.
Yeah, that's not good. We'll wrap up Bulworth. Doing one Warren Beatty movie, David, makes me want to do Shampoo, Ishtar, now Town and Country. I want to do more.
We got to pick out another Warren movie. I mean, we've talked about Shampoo, but I think we need to go there, Dave.
Jack Warden's in Shampoo.
That may be putting over the top to have Jack Warden is running away with the most appearances in the Untoasted Peachcast.
We will have the this year's edition of the Toasties coming up.
Okay, I'm excited.
We start with Avalanche and move on from there. I can't wait. Neither can our listeners. Segment 3 on the way on the Crawfordsville Peachcast. Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at IndianaRubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you. Dave Peach here with Brandon Kappas from BK Home Improvement. And Brandon, you have an exciting announcement.
Yes, Dave, thank you. We are excited to announce Zahn's Floor Covering is now Zahn's Flooring and Design Center, acquired by BK Home Improvement.
I understand Bob Zahn will be staying to help.
We are excited to have that, and absolutely, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center is happy to have Bob Zahn still involved in that same local presence they're used to dealing with.
There has been a little confusion. BK Home Improvement is not affiliated with BK Painting or BK Property Management. You are located at your headquarters in Lebanon, Indiana.
Yes, we are excited to expand both brand names inside of both markets for Lebanon and Crawfordsville. Please come visit our showroom at 310 North Green Street, as we will consistently be redesigning and offering new, innovative products and technologies.
And you are still going to say...
Zahn's Flooring and Design Center. We are everywhere you walk.
Segment 3, Crawfordsville Peachcast. And Dave, you know I love to annoy my wife.
Oh, Dave, but you do it in the most pleasant, loving way, my friend.
I try. Now, the latest is I give people that I know nicknames.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
You know.
Why not? Because it's getting a little more familiar, a little bit more, get to know you.
Now, I don't say the nicknames to the person.
No, just you have it.
But I just say, hey, I'm going out to breakfast with JR.
Okay.
C-Web. And but I came up with kind of the formula for nicknames. The first one, initials.
Okay, that's where we start.
Some people at Butler will say, "Hey, DP, how you doing?"
Yeah, okay.
I like that.
It rolls.
I like that.
DP's good.
DP. You could also go with the first letter of your first name and the first syllable of your last name.
So I'd be D-My.
D-My. Which
D-My.
doesn't really...
It sounds like you're in an Asian country and you've done something wrong. D-My.
I think C works.
Yes.
Like C-Web. Like if your name was Chris Webber,
yes.
like Chris Webber, it'd be C-Web.
Yeah.
C-Web, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then you can go with your first name and the first letter of your last name. Dave P.
Dave P.
Dave M. No, you see, but again, you got to work through it. And again, if you don't have a readily made initial or name nickname,
sure,
you can just go Rusty. Just call somebody Rusty. Yeah,
Rusty's perfect, man.
Everybody. Well, why do they call you Rusty? They just started calling me Rusty.
Exactly.
And this annoys my wife. And then one that I heard Stink.
Stink.
Mark Schleris, whatever his name. How you ever say Schleris? The football player's name Stink, and apparently it was because he actually stunk.
Yeah, that's a hard moniker to live down.
He was having some trouble during a game, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Let it go, and then people remember that. Well, Dave, I can give you one related famous people story that was shared with me by a photographer who worked with Waylon Jennings toward the latter part of his professional existence.
Way J.
Yeah.
You mean Way J?
Way
You mean
J.
Way J?
Yes, Way J. And
Dub
Waylon
J?
Jennings-
You mean Dub J?
I don't
Dub
know
J?
about Dub.
You talking about Dub J?
Dub J?
Dub J? W, like George W. Yeah.
WJ. Yeah.
Dub
Well,
J.
Waylon was a character, and this was for a photo session, and he was there with an assistant, and Waylon told him right off when they were introduced, boys, y'all got good Christian names, but today I'm just going to call you Hoss. So the remainder of the session, Waylon would say, what do you want me to do, Hoss? Okay, Hoss. And that was most of it, Dave.
He didn't have to worry about anybody's name.
Brought it right down. Everybody became Hoss.
I'm going to try that. Now, you can call a big person Tiny.
Sure. That works.
You can call a little person Biggin. Hey, Biggin.
Yeah, hey, Biggin. Yeah, I don't mind it.
And kind of like the Hoss thing, you can call people Tex.
Yeah.
If they wear a hat or something like that, just call them Tex. Hammer.
Hammers.
Get on here. And but the main thing is when anything doesn't when I feel that she has done something, my wife, she doesn't listen to podcasts, so it doesn't matter. But when she does something to annoy me or in some way, shape, or form, maybe something, she says something towards me, I say, now I'm going to bed.
Very good.
I've turned it around, because when I start doing with the nicknames and other stuff, she'll hear, and there's this, we have this couch that goes up and down with a button.
Okay.
And when that button hits and it goes, I'm going to bed. I have completely messed up. Oh, please. We got to watch the rest of American Idol. Don't go to bed. I'm going to bed.
You just hit the closing music.
Yeah, I'm
there.
going to bed. So now I've kind of turned it around. I'm doing a little Bulworth there. I'm turning it around. I'm going to bed. Okay?
Going to bed.
I'm going to bed. And officially, this may be my next podcast name. Dave is losing it. I've officially admitted that I'm losing it.
Well, Dave, it's not a bad name. So
Dave is
like
losing
the
it.
name.
Now, here's the deal. And going back to Bulworth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he just went out and changed his persona and embraced it.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. We don't get into politics that much. But what if Joe Biden would have just said, I'm losing it. Okay? I'm going to say, you can vote for me. You don't want to vote for me. I'm losing it, folks. Okay? There's other people here that are helping me. I have officially lost it. Don't you think?
I think if he would have gone, if he would have gone half Bulworth, I think he would have probably gotten more votes. Might still lost.
Yeah.
But I think he might have gotten more votes because, no one was reading that script any different.
Now, let me ask you this. Here's my thought, and here's my thought on that, is if I say Dave is losing it,
yes,
and I do anything, halfway decent, they go, well, you're not losing it.
Right.
But if people say you're losing it, and you go, I'm not losing it, then everything you do, they say, no, you're losing it.
I think you're losing it.
So if I say I am losing it, and
you're ahead of the game.
I think I'm playing with. I think I'm framing it the correct way. So just say you're losing it.
Yeah, and you can, in the world that we currently operate in, I feel you can definitely lose it and still be keeping it going someplace else. But you got to lose it sometimes, or you crack up and melt away.
And I don't want to make a lot of excuses. I mean, I'm in a lot of different places. I do a lot of different things, and whatever. But that is no argument if people say you're losing it.
Right.
But if you say you are losing it, they go, well, he did that game. That game didn't sound that bad. If he's losing it,
he's okay.
Yeah, kind of. Okay. I'm just kind of playing this out. Bulworth, movie number 53, 1998. Next up on Untoasted, and I know I was looking forward to it. It is, oh yes, Where the Buffalo, not plural, Where the Buffalo Roam. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is Dr. Hunter S. Thompson.
Have we done a Bill Murray? I can't remember if we have.
I think we have.
It's pretty wild. It's wild kind of how we have not done a Warren Beatty movie before. We've done 53 movies, and we've never done a Gene Hackman movie.
We've not done a Gene Hackman, so we need to do a Gene Hackman movie. We can.
And I have not. I don't remember watching Where the Buffalo Roam.
It fell to me in a time frame where I don't think I was able to see R-rated movies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was, and I never, I don't know if I've ever seen it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I know I've seen clips.
I'm kind of in that same camp.
But yeah, I'm familiar with Bill Murray doing Hunter S. Thompson from clips, but I'd never seen the movie. So we're going to take it as a clean slate, Dave.
Untoasted, it'll be movie number 54. I love these. I love keeping track of things. I love lists and things like that. Dave, always fun to talk to you. I don't know if I'm losing it or not losing it, but I will say that officially I am losing it.
Okay. Well, it probably won't go far, and you'll find it soon enough.
It is the Crawfordsville Peachcast. We are sponsored by Central Indiana Rubber, CIR. We'll say hello, Todd, at the end. Power for you. Also, Zahn's Flooring and Design Center and BK Home Improvement. 1, 2, 3. David. Hello, Todd. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast, sponsored by Tri-County Bank, your community bank since 1892. Tri-County Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. I'm Dave Peach. Join us every Thursday for a new episode on Apple or Spotify. Please like, subscribe, and download the Crawfordsville Peachcast. This podcast was produced and edited by Up There Media and is a presentation of Fork Broadcasting Digital.